All right, all right, all right. Good heavens, good heavens. Sorry it took me a minute there. I'm a couple minutes late this morning. Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcard Studio, where apparently we're just a little behind schedule this morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. So I'm just going to give us a couple minutes to settle in and say good morning to everybody before I start playing songs. Good morning, Judith. Good morning, Diggy. And good morning, everybody else who's joining us this morning. I'm Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcard Studio, where everything's turned around and upside down and all that good stuff. And that's just the way it is on Monday morning sometimes. So let me know how the volume is. I've got it turned up pretty high. But if there's any issues with the volume, do let me know. I had a wonderful house concert last night with Sean Mencher, who's a neighbor and friend of mine. Look him up, Sean Mencher, Mencher. I was going to be joining my friend Ed Desjardins up in Livermore last night, and he wasn't able to make it due to a family situation that he's taking care of. Everything's all right, but sometimes that happens with a gig. Occasionally that happens, and so had a wonderful time with Sean Mencher last night. And let's play some songs. All right, here we go. Postcard song time. And I'm gonna be combobulated sometime in the near future. Gonna be combobulated. There's so many cables going through here, and I don't even know what's happening. I turned my studio all around this morning, and suddenly my brain is all turned around. Do leave me a comment, and you can always send me a postcard that I will read on the air. Leave me a comment, or you can always send me a postcard that'll be read on the air. Jenny Van West Music, 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. Let's get started with the postcard song. All right. Key of B flat. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do and your life is discombobulated, just write a postcard. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. Don't you know Grandma loves this show? She listens every time from North Moldova. You don't need a reason. You don't need a rhyme to write a postcard to P.O. Box 1252. Just write a postcard. 04098. Just write a postcard to Portland, Maine. Oh, yeah. 224 Anderson. Oh, my God. Okay. Just write a postcard, 224 Anderson Street. Just write a postcard, 04101. Just write a postcard to Portland, Maine, 'cause Grandma loves this show. Well, good morning, everybody. And, I think I've got a freeze frame situation going on up here. And we're just going to see if we can fix that by choosing another camera. Because we've always got one built in that has the rosy glow around it, and we're just going to use that one this morning. So how is everybody today? Jenny Van West coming to you live, and not quite awake, clearly, which is why I've got my cup of tea. So how's everybody doing? Do leave me a comment. You can also send me a postcard, 224 Anderson Street, Box 1. If you're missing the P.O. box, just say Box 1. Portland, Maine, 04101. Let's see what we got going on here. What's happening? Was dreaming about cables. Well, good morning, Penny Joe. Guess who I got mail from yesterday? 11:30. We're going to open the mail. And okay, found the card. They're supposed to go in your package. Having coffee. Awesome. Okay, nobody's awake. Okay, so let's just talk about this. Waking up. Sleeping, hibernating. Video of the day. If you go to the New York Times website and look for Polish woman raises squirrel. That's your feel-good 7-minute video of the day. Happened during the pandemic when a lot of animal shelters couldn't accept baby wild animals. And so she raised this little squirrel, and it's an amazing little, and her son is a filmmaker. So there you go. There's your feel-good video. New York Times, Polish lady raises squirrel. Okay, there you go. All right, so I'm just gonna dig in here. I found my pick. My camera wouldn't work this morning. So last night I had a really good time hanging out with my buddy Sean Mencher, who I think I mentioned earlier, and we did a wonderful house concert up in Livermore, Maine, which is a beautiful place along the Androscoggin River. And I have a very good friend up there, introduced to me by Edith Jardin. Her name's Peg. She's great. She runs a house concert series, and we just had the time of our lives. And Sean is a consummate professional. Look him up. So Sean Mencher. Sean Mencher. I'll make him a banner. He's also one of the most humble people I've ever met. He lives up the street from me. And I learned so much from him about how to be a performer. And I learned stuff last night. Here's his name. Go look him up. He played with a trio called High Noon, which some of y'all in Austin might remember, and other places. They were on Conan. They toured Japan. I mean, like, you know, been around, done that, and made a bunch of records, and just an incredible trio. And he's played with Wayne Hancock. He's played with all kinds of other people, and he's just his humble self. So I was really grateful to get to sit with him last night. But we played a bunch of country songs, so I'm just going to play one of those. And some people, you know, have mixed feelings about this one. I like to play it because some people have called it the domestic violence anthem, country music anthem. I like to play it because as a female person, as a woman, I just think this needs to be played. All right. And here's your part. When I say mind your own business, you sing along and say mind your own business. All right, here we go. Hank Williams song. If the wife and I fuss and brother, that's all right. 'Cause me and that sweet woman got a license to fight. Why don't you mind your own business? And call the hotline. Mind your own business. Maybe call the police. 'Cause if you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. Woman on the party line's a nosy thing. Picks up her receiver, which she knows it's my ring. Why don't you mind your own business? Mind your own business. Mind your own business. 'Cause if you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. Woman on the party line's a nosy thing. She picks up her receiver when she knows it's my ring. I think I already sang it's a mine, but mind your own business. It's Monday, mind your own business. 'Cause if you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. I got a case of the Mondays, and I got a little gal who wears her hair up high. Blows on whistle when she walks by. Why don't you mind your own business? Mind your own business. Mind your own business. 'Cause if you mind your business, you won't be minding mine. If you mind your own business, then you won't be minding mine. Bop, 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 bop. Mind your own business right here on Postcards. I'm coming to you live from the Postcards Studio here in Portland, Maine. And I'm all turned around this morning. This way and that way and upside down and which way. And it's always kind of like that. And, you know, I'm just so happy to be with you here this morning when, and look at that. Let's get some Here, there we go. That's going to sound a whole mess of a lot better. So let me know if you get an echo, okay? All right, so now I'm talking through mics. Welcome to Postcards. Welcome to Postcards. Yes. Doesn't sound as clear as usual. Hopefully it sounds a lot better right now. Had a great time last night, as I mentioned, and singing country songs, singing originals, hanging out with my friend Sean Mencher up in Livermore at my friend Peg's house. Whole bunch of wonderful people, Robin and Duncan and others came out last night. We had a wonderful time in this big old haunted house by the river. And it's haunted in the best kind of way. You walk into that room and it's like, oh, look at this. We've got people. We've got people. We've got feelings. We've got vibes. We got all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so getting on with it, I started a little bit late this morning, so I think I'm just going to jump right into Steals and Deals because it's that time. It's that time, people. Before we do that, let's acknowledge a couple people. We've got David Hinsky. How's it going there? All right, here we go. It's time for Steals and Deals already. I know. It's just like the morning's just going. When you get started late, you know, the morning just flies by. So let's just see what we got going on here. Okay. So we're going to look at the usual Steals and Deals. And you know what that means? We're going to start out with Market Basket. That has the best retro design of all time. And occasionally retro prices. Let's see what they got this morning. All right. Plump, tender eggplant. All right. 99 cents a pound. That's pretty good if it's actually got a good flavor to it. And if y'all have any clues for you know, picking out a good eggplant, let me know. But I can tell you a couple things that you want to look for. You want to make sure that they're firm and they're not mushy. Okay, if they have some little spots on them where the skin's starting to go in, don't buy it because it's going to be probably a mixed bag. Eggplant's mostly water, and it does tend to just kind of go bad. So if you got a nice firm eggplant, good color, and all that kind of stuff, the other thing you can look at is the top. They always leave that green kind of like cap on it, right? That's so cute that it's been turned into knitting patterns for babies, right? So they can have a little eggplant thing on their head. You look at that thing, and if it's really turning brown, you just want to stay away from that eggplant probably, unless the skin is looking good and it's nice and firm. Okay, 99 cents a pound. If they're nice, plump, tender eggplant, I want them to be firm, not tender. Just saying. Okay, that's my 2 cents about that. And by the way, the advice that you're getting here on Steals and Deals is worth just about every penny you save. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that. Let's take a look. Christmas poinsettias, 6-inch pot, $6.49. Now, here's the thing. If you're not a plant person, you're probably going to want to toss that sucker after the holidays because they're kind of, you know, they take a little extra care to become good house plants and maybe turn color again. And here's the trick to that. They need to have, they will grow, they will get leggy. You want to prune them back and let them grow again when the spring comes. And then in the fall, what you want to do is you want to put a box over them during the day for about a month. I think that's how that works. And then they will turn color like they're supposed to. Okay? So things to think about. Another 4-inch pot, $2.99 for a Christmas poinsettia. Could be your new love affair with plants. This is a new one on me, Christmas air plants. That sounds like it takes absolutely no work whatsoever, but they are $10. So that's not technically a good deal. Just going to say. All right, Market Basket. What else you got? Okay, let's get the fine print. Let's take a look. I bet there's a good one in here. Wabba-da-doo-da. All right. Chicken sausage, frozen, 13 ounces, $3.99. Okay, if you got to feed a bunch of people, that might be good for you. Let's take a look here. I don't even know what this is. Incognito. Nuggets, tenders, and Mickey nuggets, $5.99. That is not really a steal or a deal, but I'm going to share it because I'm so mystified. But they have Mickey Mouse shaped ones, all right? Incognito. All right. Keep going. Let's see if they've got one more. All right. Okay, now here's something I can get behind. Talenti sorbetto, $3.99. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, so thank you, Market Basket. In the sorbetto department, we're doing all right. Okay, Hannaford's. Oh, poisonous to kitties. Thank you for so if y'all have kitties, Take a note from Judith. We do not want any kitties getting sick from poinsettias. All right, good thing to know. Put it on top of the fridge if your cat doesn't go on top of the fridge or something like that. Or don't get one. That's the other option. Save your $6 or whatever it was and just don't get one. All right. All right, so let's look here. Job Lot doorbusters. Okay, there's usually a good one in here. I love Job Lot. I've talked about going to Job Lot where it originated. Ocean State Job Lot down in the Ocean State of Rhode Island. 30% off all fitness. Exercise machines not included, but weights and barbells and yoga mats and stuff like that. 30% off at Job Lot. Okay, now here's something I can get behind, and I might go take a look at these. 30% off 2-pack chair pads and decorative pillows. Holidays are coming. You got some people coming. You want to toss an extra throw pillow on that bed. Go to Job Lot, 30% off. All right, and here's another one. $3.99 all bath towels, 50 cents for washcloths. You got people coming to visit you, go to Job Lot, get some stuff. Okay. So that's it for Job Lot. Thank you, Job Lot. All right, what have we got here? We got Shaw's. All right, we're going to take a quick look at Shaw's and see what they got. All right. Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Cheerios, $2.47. Okay, all you Cheerios eaters out there at Shaw's, there's a pretty good deal on Cheerios right now. Again, you got people coming in, they need to eat breakfast. Okay. And I'm sorry, I'm like not reading you a whole lot of these, but I'm having trouble finding one that feels like a really good deal. All right, this is not bad. This is not bad. Annie's Natural Macaroni and Cheese. In the box at $1.69. Okay, that's at Shaw's at $1.69. That's still something, but that stuff is good. And my kids used to love that as a snack. That was a good snack, and some people like it for dinner. So there you go. Okay, steals and deals. We're gonna do one more. Hannaford's. Let's see what they got going on. All right, Hannaford's. I want to see some personal products. That's what I want to see. I want to see some shampoo on sale. I want to see some. Let's see what we got here. I'm just not feeling it. Everything's so expensive right now. Steals and Deals is really an art form right now. I know all y'all know that. Everything's gotten more expensive. Okay. I got to pick something, right? Okay. 48 ounces Hannaford Pure Vegetable Oil, $3.46. Okay. So that's actually pretty good price for oil. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is not a terrible price. I'm just going to say this is pretty good. Mrs. Meyer's liquid hand soap, $4.79. That is a lot of money for soap, but that stuff does last quite a while. It's really good stuff. So, you know, sometimes I got to decide to pony up a little bit, and get something that's a little bit better so it doesn't run out as fast, you know, but okay. And okay, now this actually is a good price. All right, here we go. 32 ounces select varieties Dr. Bronner's Castile soap, the big one, $12.96. Okay, normally around here it's about $15 to $16. Okay, so $13 is actually a really good price for one of those giant things of Dr. Bronner's. Okay, it is hard going in the steals and deals department right now, but I just want you to know, Jenny Van West here at the Postcard Studio, I am doing my best to find you some steals and deals this week. If you want to send me some, you can write it on a postcard, stick it on a postcard, glue it on a postcard, 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. I would love to read your steals and deals on the mail, in the mail, on the air, you know, all that good stuff. Steals today is pricey and dicey. Yeah, that's, I mean, you know, there we go. All right, so listen, let's get another song going, shall we? One thing that, I just want to say is before we go home today, I'm going to sing the Postcards Christmas song. Okay? That's going to be coming up just before we go off the air today. I'm super excited about bringing that one back out. I was playing it the other day and just kind of feeling like, oh yeah, it was a year ago that I recorded that for one of Emily Hansen, Magnolia Rhodes' wonderful. She was doing these wonderful virtual festivals during the last couple of years, and I got to be a part of that. So, let's play another one, just like the other one. Or maybe a little different. All right, so I'm I'm feeling this country music that was getting played last night, so I'm gonna give this one a try. Let's see if I've got these. We're gonna try and see if I can get this one dialed in. All right. It's from my first record. Had a nice, quiet life, it all was going well. Friday night with a posse, life was mighty swell. Through that door you stepped right in, those big brown eyes and all. And from that moment on you might as well have breathed fire and been 110 feet tall. You're the tornado of my mind, the Godzilla of my heart. You're the Cupid from the Black Lagoon, the way you shoot those little darts. Every time you're standing next to me, it's a bad day in Pompeii. You're a natural disaster, I may never be the same. When you laugh and smile, every siren should sound. 'Cause the way I feel is like a big old wave that could take a whole city down. River of hearts and happiness too, there's not a lot left when you get through. You're a natural disaster, I may never be the same. You're the tornado of my mind, the Godzilla of my heart. You're the Cupid from the Black Lagoon, the way you shoot those little darts. Every time you're standing next to me, it's a bad day in Pompeii. You're a natural disaster, I may never be the same. You're a natural disaster, I may never be the same. Oh my goodness. Somewhere in there is a really cool tag. Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcards Studio, where we're all discombobulated this morning, and that's okay. I'm almost always discombobulated on Mondays, which makes it for a very funny day to do a show. But, you know, one of the reasons that I started this show 2 years ago was just to keep my nerve up. You know, when the pandemic happened, there were a lot of things that sort of started falling into disuse. And one of them was just getting up on a mic with y'all. And so guess how you have helped me during the pandemic. I'm super happy to see y'all here. Leave me a comment. If you're listening in, please leave me a comment and send me a postcard and I'll read it on the air. Jenny Van West Music, 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. I would absolutely love to hear from you. And and hear how your holiday season is kicking off. You know, it's not an easy place for easy time of year for everybody, but it's also a lot of opportunities to be kind to one another. Check up on your neighbors. I'm always into that. Make sure everybody's doing okay. You know, a little goes a long way this time of year. If people sometimes are missing their families or going through stuff or re-experiencing things that happened a long time ago. Maybe you've lost a family member during this last year, and I've been thinking about you. And don't hesitate to reach out. Write me a postcard one more time. 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. We're here for you. We're going to be coming to you live during the next couple of weeks, and I'll be taking a break for the holidays. I'll be a little more clear about those dates probably next week. And then we're going to be, I'm going to be getting ready for winter season and thinking about what I want to do with that. This fall season's been really fun just to do the regular stuff, reading the mail, doing steals and deals, hanging out with you guys, you know, doing stuff and things. So one of the questions I have for the holidays is, and I like to be conscious of this, we're going into this time when there's, you know, Christmas this and Christmas that and lots of expectations, maybe a lot of excitement on the part of your kids or other family members. Everybody's getting together, blah, blah, blah. I am finding that,
coming together with other people is not always like, I have to kind of drag myself into it these days because of these habits that I have from the last couple of years. So what I want to know is, how are you getting ahead of the holiday season or this time of year? How are you approaching it? How do you like to approach it? Or how are you approaching it differently this year? How are you taking care of yourself? That's a big question. How are you taking care of yourself during the holidays? This is a question I'm asking myself, and I'm putting to you. I think we can talk about this a little bit. So, again, if you're just joining us, oh, and look, Baba's here, and Josephina, not by Kilroy. Love to see you guys here. How's everything going? Nice to see you. And leave me a comment, write me a postcard, 224 Anderson Street, 04101, Portland, Maine. It's always 70 and sunny here in the Postcard Studio, and today's no different. Right now it is clear. It is totally clear. I can see a little bit of clouds on the horizon. This is a weather pattern thing. Sometimes we get this clear, cold morning, and then the clouds move in the afternoon. The way the clouds form, they form over Vermont and New Hampshire, and then they kind of roll our way. So in the summertime, we get thunderstorms, and this time of year, sometimes we just get a little overcast. Anyway, I had a wonderful Sunday night house concert with my buddy Sean Mencher up in Livermore. His partner Bettina came. She sold her jewelry. It was really, really fun. Made some new friends, sang a bunch of songs, had just a great old time. And guess what happened yesterday? I got mail. It's time to read the mail. Dong. I'm still waiting to get a bell for my studio. Maybe I'll have some ideas. Send me some links to bells. So, this is a present from my friend Penny Jo Pullis of Tex Chromosome. You may know her. She's down in Austin, Texas, doing amazing things, bringing people together, doing a radio show she's been doing on KOOP and other places for a really long time, celebrating women in music, and just, really recognizing the contributions that women make to, country music, other forms of music, and the women who start nonprofits, who have community efforts that are part of their musical careers. And so we had a really great time a couple weeks ago. I helped her set up and run the live stream for Women on a Mission. It was a Women on a Mission founders concert. So it was people who are musicians who also have deep roots in community service and either have a nonprofit or have an effort that they're, doing in the community that's music related. And so we had a wonderful time with that. It was really uplifting, and I'm super excited to be a part of it. But part of my payment is in here. I got paid, but also I got this, and it's a new sweatshirt. Oh my goodness! It's a new sweatshirt and a pair of shorts. Oh my God, these are amazing. And it says South by Southwest with a little cactus on it. Founded 1987, established 1987. So cool little pair of shorts. Oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God, I feel so in the club right now. Look at this thing. All right, I'm taking off my jean jacket right now. Oh, and I also want to show you off this Rebel Road shirt that I have. Those folks. Hello, hey, howdy, Rebel Road. Wherever you may be, down in Nashville and California and whatnot. And how's Xander Nelson doing anyway, out in California, out in Hawaii? I want to hear from those guys. Oh my goodness, I have a South by Southwest sweatshirt. Thank you so much, Penny Jo. I'm really into this. So let's get this thing on, get it zipped up because it's a little chilly, even though it's 70 and sunny in here. Thank you very much, Penny Jo. I really appreciate this, and I'm going to enjoy wearing both of these, and I'm just going to get this zipped up and enjoy my new sweatshirt from Penny Jo Pullis down at Tex Chromosome. Thank you so much. Look at that. I feel so swank. Let's play a song in it, shall we? All right. Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcard Studio. I'm super excited that y'all are here this morning. I decided to go live on my personal page on Facebook, and it took me a couple extra minutes, partly because I was making sure it was live everywhere. And so maybe there's a couple people listening in this morning that aren't usually on the show. So see if I've got some comments. All right. And Jason. Yes. Thank you. I'm so sorry to not say Jason. Thank you, Jason. Penny Jo's amazing luthier husband, who also has worked for South by for a very long time, putting in the long hours, dedicating himself so we can have an amazing South by Southwest every year. Thank you, Jason. Much appreciated. So here we go. Let's see. I want to play a song that makes me think of Austin. Let me just think about that for a second. While you're pulling out your postcards and your stamps and you're writing me a postcard to 224 Anderson Street. I'm going to play this one. You know what? I play this one a lot. I've probably played it for you about a half a dozen times, but I want to play it right now because when I was down at South by this year, sorry, I'm getting my camera angle fixed. When I was down at South by this year, I got to set up the Postcards Studio inside Penny Joe and Jason's house. It's also run by dogs, by the way. And I got to interview a bunch of people, and one of the people I got to interview was a gentleman named Bill Hensley. And he's about 90, and he is has had a long career as a country music player, and toured around the Midwest and Nashville and all that, and did a lot of things with a lot of people. And I got to talk to him. And one of the things that was really special during my set at that show that was at Penny Joe and Jason's house there at Peace House Farm was I played this song by Fred Rose called Waltz of the Wind. And when I looked up, Bill Hensley was singing along. And I went and talked to him afterwards. He says, oh, yeah, people used to play that song all the time. Everybody knew it. It was originally recorded by Hank Williams, I think, on his television program. There is a version on Spotify. I learned it from a guy named Pete McCracken in Port Townsend, Washington in 1993. And he taught me this one. He said, I think this would be a great song for you. And he was absolutely right. It's one of my favorites. It's called Waltz of the Wind. You were there in my arms, alone in the moonlight. The trees played the waltz of the wind. And it was there that I knew you'd love you forever and dance to the waltz of the wind. The stars above you shone down in your eyes and told me the night would never end. And still I'm dreaming of you till we meet tomorrow and dance to the waltz of the wind. Stars above you shone down in your eyes and told me the night would never end. And still I'm dreaming of you till we meet tomorrow and dance to the waltz of the wind. Still I'm dreaming of you till we meet tomorrow and dance to the waltz of the wind. Kept alive by roadhouses all over the South. And also by this little gal up here in the northeast corner. Little Fred Rose for you, recorded by Hank Williams. So let's see. Well, it's 11:42, and that means it's almost time to talk about what's coming up. And we got a couple more weeks here before the holidays. And I'm thinking about winter. I'm like, winter season is coming up, and I'm thinking about what I might like to do with that. And I definitely want to have some. I'm ready to get some more people back on the show, and it's been good to take a little break and remember why I so love that. I just absolutely love interviewing people. One of the reasons that I've paused is because I still have an interview with a guy named Red Young down in Austin that I'm still working on. And Red is such an musical institution. If you haven't ever met Red Young or heard Red Young, you might have heard him without realizing it. He's toured with all kinds of people, and just look him up. Red Young, he's a wonderful human being also, and just so happens he lives right across the street from some dear friends of mine in Austin, and I got the chance to walk in there and sit in his studio and talk to him about all the amazing things that he's done, and also just to get his philosophy on life, which was really, I'm a philosopher. I don't usually call myself that, but I am a philosopher, and I do think about things a lot and take steps back, which I've been really needing to do recently, because sometimes the holidays just come on like an onslaught, and there's the joy and some other stuff all mixed in together. And so, as we come to the end of the year too, it's a time to sort of, a lot of people take some stock and think about, what have I been doing? What did I want to do this year? Or what do I want to be this year? And next year, I want to focus on how I want to feel. How do I want to feel in my life? And what I want to feel is I want to feel peace and harmony with others, with myself, and to do better at listening deeply to myself and what it is that I need to be doing. That's not always so easy, because sometimes it comes into conflict with what I feel I should be doing. And so anyway, any thoughts on that to that regard? I would love to hear from you. Just write to me. Send me a postcard. The mailbox is there, 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine 04101. Send me your thoughts about the new year. Let's talk about it. Let's keep talking about stuff. And one of the things I will say, just as a reminder to folks, this is one of the most challenging mental health times for people. So just that reminder to keep an eye on your neighbors. Reach out when you're struggling. Remember to do that. I'm reminding myself as much as everybody else. We're all in this together, folks, and music is a great healer. Just the sounds of music, the being with people playing music is especially helpful if you're having any kind of mental health struggles. And always reach out, get professional help if you need it. Medication can do wonders. I'm a testament to that. I don't talk about it a lot, but I had chronic depression for about 35 years, and it would come and go. I dealt with it in all kinds of different ways, and yoga's been helpful, meditation's been helpful, talking has been helpful. And just, keeping an eye on others can also just be a really helpful thing when we're struggling. So, not afraid to talk about it. Let's keep the conversation going. Anyway, let's play another song, shall we? All right, that's your PSA for today about mental health. It's a thing. Let's talk about it. All right. So once again, I have lost most of my capos. So anyway, actually, I'm going to play you a new one. I'm going to try this out on you guys. I think I've played it here before. But I would like to play it because it directly relates to the topic I was just talking about. And I think we're just going to go ahead and do this. We're going to go ahead and do this. A couple weeks ago, someone near and dear to my family had a acute run-in with anxiety. And when I got to when the moment came, I said, you know what, this is something that needs to be addressed. It's something we need to talk about on the nose. And so let me just pull up the words. It's going to take me just a second. So anyway, if you're just joining us, Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcards Studio. So excited that you're here. And you can write to us, 224 Anderson Street. Sorry, I keep starting inside. Yes, new song, Damn Wandering Cat. Hey, what's up, Jay Peterson? Nice to see you here. I had a impromptu gig last night with your pal Sean Mencher. I'll tell you all about it when I see you. And yeah, so this song I decided I've been having trouble finishing songs the last couple of years. Let's just be open about this. I have a lot of framework. I have a lot of chord progressions. I have a lot of starts. I have a lot of lines. I have a lot of, impulses that became just a little bit more, a little bit better, but never quite came into a finished song. And when this moment came, when this dear one in our lives had a really terrible run-in with anxiety, I just decided that it was time to write about it. I'm just pulling up the words here. Wow, it's taking forever. Let's just see if we can play it. Let's just go for it. And there are the words. Thank you for your patience. This is a little bit awkward, but I just want to make sure I get this right. That's the thing about running your own show. Why is this running so slow? Someone play the whole music. Wow. I don't know what's going on with my internet this morning, but it's taking a sweet time. How are you all? Just send me a postcard, 224 Anderson Street, and by the time it gets here, I'll probably have pulled this up. My God. This matters, though, I think this is one of the things that I need to remember, too, is that some things are important to say, and sometimes we got to be patient with the ones that are saying them. And sometimes we got to be patient with ourselves as we figure out what it is that we're trying to say. And that's been the story of my life a little bit the last couple of years. The experiences the experiences of the last couple of years have not easily formulated themselves into talking points. I don't know if y'all can understand what I'm talking about. And that's part of the reason that even though my computer is being incredibly slow right now, that I just feel like it's important to be patient and let this come up. All right, here we go. Patience is the name of the game. All right. Woke up this morning out of my head. I couldn't even get out of bed. I chalked it up to the news these days. Evil men and their more evil ways. A pot of strong coffee, I drink it all day in the hopes that these thoughts, they won't get in the way. Put on a smile and I close the front door, and I drive and I drive and I drive. Oh, anxiety, it's really got a hold on me. And the whole world opens around me like I was a pearl in a shell. In darkness, homeless, trapped by this distress, I cannot see how I shine. Woke up this afternoon, got out of bed. Thin ray of sunshine and a slice of brown bread. Drank some black coffee and I didn't read the news. I just opened the door and laced up my boots, and the whole world opens around me like I was a pearl in a chest. Open a window and let the breeze curl in. I finally see that I'm blessed. out of my head, couldn't eat. Barely got out of bed, I put on a smile, then I lock the front door, and I hide, and I hide, and I hide. Oh, anxiety, it's really got a hold on me, but you're not a part of me. Goodbye, anxiety. Goodbye, goodbye. Little major one there for the ending. Jenny Van West coming to you live in the Postcard Studio. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. And thank you for bearing with me during my morning this morning. I'll tell you, it is Monday. I got a case of the Mondays. And maybe it's time to go back to Boomtown Rats and talk I Don't Like Mondays. Anybody remember the Boomtown Rats? I think it might be time for me to learn that one. Jenny Van West coming to you live. And you know what? I love that the entire time I was doing that, I had this quote from Jay Peterson up there. Music is my medicine. All right. That's the stuff right there. Really great to see you guys here. Oh, Zema, nice to see you here. Really great to see you here, everybody. So glad to be with you here in the Postcard Studio. And you can write to me, 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. And that's the stuff right there. And, you know, I think when we're struggling or we're well, we all have a job to do in terms of looking out for each other. That's a drumbeat for me, is always just, you know, we don't have to take care of the entire world. That is not on us. It's always going to hell in a handbasket out there. I'm just going to say that. It's been that way my entire life. And where we really can make a difference is, you know, oftentimes for you know, just walking through our days, just looking for that way that we can be of service to others. You know, this has been a secret weapon of mine for a very long time, and you know, looking for ways. It doesn't, you know, for it to be effective for us to feel like we're reconnected to humanity. It doesn't take much. It just means that we got to open our eyes and recognize, like, no matter how we're feeling that day, that we have, there's a little something that we can contribute, and it might make a big difference to someone else. A knock on the door, bake some cookies, you know, call in and say, you know, hey, I need to go get new socks at Rennie's. Let's go. You know, that kind of stuff. And you know, last night at this house concert I was at, I was just reminded of the power of music to transform and to build community, and, you know, to effectively and meaningfully connect us over differences that we might perceive that we have with one another. And you know, I know sitting in that room last night, there was a diverse bunch of people in terms of probably political views, personal views, opinions about things. And, you know, music can have this ability to just bring us together. And so if you've got music that you make or music you appreciate, you know, I think that it's a great gift for people to share that, you know, and always remember that if you're performing artists, you know, when you get up on that stage, there's somebody in that room who's really struggling and had to really drag themselves there, even maybe harder than you did. That's something I need to remember. So lately, it's been the weirdest feeling. You know, I sometimes feel like I have to just drag myself to the well. And what a strange feeling to have, you know. But I have talked to some people, and I'm not alone in that. So let's keep dragging ourselves to the well, and let's keep, you know, once we drag ourselves and we figure out how to do that, maybe at some point we can drag somebody else and be like, this is where the goods are. It's right here. Connecting with music, you know, any other thing that you like to do, food, any kind of culture is just powerful for connecting over differences and boundaries that we think exist. So anyway, we're getting to the end of our show here. I've been blah, blah, blahing an awful lot, and y'all have been just rolling with me through the most hilarious mishaps this morning, and you know, it's just part of the show. If you've been hanging out here for a while, sometimes it's just the way it is. All right, so some time ago, a year ago, in fact, I wrote this song as a way of just saying happy holidays and thank you. And you know, the thing that I just want to say about it is it goes out to all of you guys, whether or not you celebrate Christmas. is that's a whole other thing. I have Jewish people in my family, I have agnostic people in my family, we've got Buddhists, and we've got everybody, but we also celebrate Christmas. So let's see what I got here. I'm feeling fat as a Santa and happy as a pig in the mud. I got a cute little tree and a moose in the pot, just like Elmer Fudd. And Grandma sent a letter and a hat to keep me cozy and warm. It's Christmas time at the Postcards Studio. There's a fire in the wood stove and it's burning hot, hot, hot. And the lamps are lit and the family's singing songs and all that groovy stuff. So put on a record and turn down the lights. We're gonna wait up for Santa tonight. It's Christmas time in the Postcard Studio. Now you may be asking yourself, where's the Christmas tree? Where are the lights? Well, I got a few lights. Where's Santa? Well, I saw Santa at Eldridge Lumber the other day. He made an appearance. I know he's around. So put out the cookies on a nice big plate. He'll be here, but it's gonna be late. So put on a record and turn down the lights. We're gonna wait up for Santa tonight. And Grandma sent and Grandma sent a letter and a hat to keep me cozy and warm. It's Christmas time in the Postcard Studio. It's Christmas time at the Postcard Studio. All right. Christmas time in the Postcard Studio. Jenny Van West been coming to you live from the Postcard Studio this morning. You can write to me, 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. If you need to, just say box 1. If you're just feeling like it's just not postcards without putting a box number on there. Oh, and there goes my alarm. It's time to say goodbye. And let me just grab that, because clearly I left it on the other side of the room. Oh my God, it's every time. It's stuff and things. It's always something in the Postcard Studio. Anyway, I'm just so grateful for y'all jumping in, hanging out with me this morning, being with me as I'm, just finding my way through Monday. And here's my wish for you. I hope you also find your way through Monday. I hope you find some steals and deals. I hope there's some music in it. Call a friend, say hello, and think about how you want to take care of yourself during the holidays. That's my big thing right now. So, with that in mind, I know, Judith, it's so hard to leave and say goodbye. We need to have a little more of this in our week. But you know what? I'm just so grateful for Mondays because of you. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just write a postcard. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. And thank you to Penny Joe and Jason for this amazing sweatshirt and a pair of shorts from South by Southwest. Let's start again. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just write a postcard. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. Don't you know Grandma loves this show? She listens every time. She'll be back next week. You don't need a reason. You don't need a rhyme to write a postcard to P.O. Box. To write a postcard to 224 Anderson Street. Just write a postcard. 04101. Just write a postcard. Portland, Maine. 'Cause Grandma loves this show. So happy to have spent the morning with you guys. Have a great week. I'll be thinking about you. And thanks for making my Mondays so rad. So rad. All right. Lots of love to everybody. We'll talk to you soon.